How do you diagnose aberration? Some have tried, only to end up with a long list of disorders and syndromes, and no actual cure. Trying to label all the different ways we behave irrationally is not only impossible, it's completely unnecessary.
Please don't throw my guitar! God!
It's over! Over! O-V-E-R!
Aberration is caused by engrams. So the number of possible aberrations is the number of possible combinations of words contained in those engrams.
This argument is over!
You don't get it. It's not what you think.
It's over! Over! O-V-E-R!
An auditor knows that the cause of aberration is simply the content of an engram, whatever it may be. But whatever an engram contains, if it troubles the pre-clear in life, it can trouble the auditor in session.
No. This session is done. It's over. Over! O-V-E-R!
Here's why.
Shut the hell up. I don't want to hear another word out of you.
When an engram is received, your analytical mind is shut down to some degree by the pain.
Tough guy, why don't you come take
And
a
since
shot?
it's shut down, you don't know that the engram's data is coming in. So you're not consciously aware that the data exists.
Sick to my stomach.
Whenever that engram gets restimulated, your analytical power is reduced and you dramatize its contents.
Full house, baby. You're going home.
Shut the hell up. I don't want to hear another word out of you.
And if you dramatize an engram once, you'll dramatize it many times,
Shut the hell up. I don't want to hear another word out of you.
saying and doing to others exactly what was said and done to you.
Just shut the hell up. I don't want to hear another word out of you.
And you don't know the real reason why you're saying what you're saying, or why you're acting the way you're acting. The same thing happens when an engram is contacted with auditing. The pre-clear's analytical power is reduced, and he'll think and speak straight out of the engram he's in.
I'm done.
I understand.
No. Shut the hell up. I don't want to hear another word out of you.
I understand what you're saying, but there may be more in it. The best thing is to get through this. Go back to the beginning and go over it.
This is the rule in diagnosis. Whatever negative reaction the pre-clear has to auditing is coming right out of the engrams themselves.
Shut the hell up.
Dead.
I don't want to hear
So if a
another word
pre-clear criticizes Dianetics
This is useless. You're wasting my time.
or attacks the auditor,
You know, you're wrong. You have no idea what you're doing.
or in any way appears to resist therapy,
This session is done. It's over. Over! O-V-E-R!
keep in mind that those are engrams talking,
I understand,
and calmly proceed.
but the only way out of it is through it. Please continue.
So my parents are fighting, and my mom says,
An auditor has to be able to compute the trouble the pre-clear is having so he can remedy it. There are additional techniques he can use, and these are covered in the book and illustrated in other films. But to use them, he has to be able to think like an engram. The reactive mind interprets every command literally, so the auditor has to evaluate everything the pre-clear says literally. In other words, if the pre-clear is doubtful or skeptical about Dianetics,
I don't know.
he's got an engram about being doubtful.
I'm not sure. Maybe I'm not doing this right.
Listen to what the pre-clear is saying and observe his reactions. This will tell you what sort of commands are contained in the engram.
You know what? I'm finished with this engram. We're moving on.
I understand, but there may be more in it. Go back to the beginning.
If the pre-clear insists on being in control, refusing to do what the auditor tells him to do, he has an engram telling him to be in control.
Stop telling me what to do. I'm not going to run this one anymore.
I understand, but we need to get through this.
Every pre-clear has one or more computations which will inhibit the delivery of engrams. So an auditor's main concern in diagnosing aberration is how it affects the mechanical operation of the pre-clear's mind in session.
I am driving down a windy road.
For example, the pre-clear's ability to recall an engram is obviously very important. Yet some engram commands can shut off some of the senses, making recall difficult.
I don't know what she's saying. I can't hear.
If a pre-clear can't hear sounds or voices in past incidents, the auditor knows she has an engram command which is literally telling her she can't hear.
What do you see?
Nothing. I can feel rough gravel on my face. I can smell dirt.
If he can't see scenes of past experiences in color and in motion, he has an engram about not being able to see. If the pre-clear shows no emotions or can't feel the somatic in an incident, she may have a command that tells her she can't feel.
What's the somatic? I can't feel anything. All right. What do you hear?
Since the word feeling can refer to both pain and emotion, the command, I can't feel anything, may shut off both. Engrams which have shut down some of the primary working mechanisms of the mind can slow down therapy.
I don't know what she's saying.
Can't feel my ankle.
Nothing.
But eventually, the engrams causing such problems will be gone.
Dad, I can't feel anything.
Therefore, the auditor has but one choice: to persevere.
I understand. But the only way out of it...
In a sense, you could say the engrams are fighting back. It's the auditor's job to not let them win, but to join forces with his pre-clear to free him from the burdens of his past and give him a bright new future. For more information about the subjects discussed in this film, see the chapter entitled Diagnosis.